Hello friend! Today we're gonna be making a little circle weaving project. You can see that mine has some particles in the black fibers, but I'll clean it up later. So let's start by grabbing our little hoop and popping it out of its outer hoop. And we're gonna measure it just to see how many times we need to wrap it around itself to make the spokes. This one is 25, so you might want to do it 25 times. I wanted mine to be a little bigger, so I did 33. The important thing here is not how many you do, but that you have an odd number. This is really important for your spokes to work. So if you want to do 33 like me, you have to wrap it around 17 times plus a little extra for the knotting. And then when you have whatever amount of wrapping around you did ready, you put it in a little pencil or something small so that it's easier to manipulate in the hoop. So here I'm going from making a little knot in the top to going down and under, then over and under, then over and under again, kind of like the spokes on a bike wheel. So you go over, then under, over and under, and adjusting the distance in between them. Don't worry about these too much because you'll be able to adjust everything when you're almost done. So just keep going under and over until you reach kind of like the end, which is where the top knot is. Then you'll start adjusting everything, and don't worry that the middle looks like this. If you pull it, see, before you go up again, you pull it down and then you kind of go around the middle part. You're gonna see here I try to get it in between and through, then you pull tight, and this will gather them all in the center. But then also before you go up, I wanted to go and get them a little bit more tight, just the other way around. So what I did, I went back down, then up through the side and down the other side. You'll have to play around with your spokes depending on how many you have. The important thing is that the string is still tight, and then you just go up and knot it on the top. My thread is just some cotton thread that I had laying around, but you can use whatever material you feel comfortable using here. You're not supposed to have that much left on the pencil. I had that much because I'm doing 2 of these, so I just did the work for 2 instead of 1. Then you pop it back into your little outer hoop and start choosing your materials. I used what I had around, and if I was lacking something, because we can't get out of the house right now because of the quarantine, I just used what I had, and you're gonna see how I braided and stuff. Okay, so this one is the thread that I'm using for the inside of the loom, and well, the embroidery hoop in the middle of the web, and I doubled the amount in the needle because I wanted to look fuller. So I just went over and under for like 3 turns around, and then I went sort of like in a rainbow pattern. So I didn't finish the whole circle, and when I was in the middle, of the circle like turned around to make sort of like a half circle, rainbow style. And you're gonna see it here, but you don't have to finish the entire circle around. You can just play with it. So you're gonna see me go up and under, you know, until I get my circle pretty looking. Here is where I decided to go back and not finish the circle and make that kind of like the rainbow shape I was talking to you about. Just doing the same thing, going over and under, over and under. It gets very repetitive, so I'm gonna cut a lot of these parts off, but you get the idea. I'll slow it down whenever something different comes up. There it is. So I decided after a few rainbow emotions that I was done with this. So I went through the thread in the back just a little bit to secure it in there and cut it. That's not gonna go anywhere, but sometimes I like to put a little bit of tape on top. You can do this or just leave it like I did. Up to you. Then planning my next one, I took some twine and I braided. So I just got a little piece of tape, taped it to my ruler, and started making a little braid. Here's how you make it. I slowed it down for those of you who don't know how to braid. No shame if you don't know how to. I didn't know how to until I started doing my hair. So once you're done with that, you can use it for your project. But before I started using that, I decided that I needed some white in here, so I just took some macrame cord I had left to just use it up. It was just hanging there. It was a last minute idea, so I saw it and I used it. And again, just up and down motion. You go through it, then under and over, over and under. And I completed the rainbow first, and then I just decided to go around. I'm going to speed this up real fast. Sorry if you're getting a headache from this. Let me know if you don't like that and you rather want me to cut the clip and show you the finished product, or just speed it up a little bit like here and just show you everything mega fast. So here I think I'm gonna put a little bit of tape because this one is fraying. So I just did one little knot in the back and taped it just a little bit so that it wouldn't keep fraying. There you go. That solved the problem, and I move on to my next. This one is just some material I ordered. I'm gonna link the Amazon product down in the description, but I'm in Europe, so you might have to find something in your local craft store or Amazon in your country if you're in the US or Canada. Anyhow, I split it in two and I started trying to, I don't know the terms, but it looks kind of like a braid, even though it's not a braid. Sorry that I don't know every term. I learned by, trying to copy what other people were teaching. In this case, a friend of mine knew how to do this and she taught me, so I just copied her method. And now I'm teaching it to you so you can copy my method or hers. I guess this is everyone's, if you know how to do this, you just do it without even thinking about it. So you go through two of them and then you go back one, like here, and then you go over two of them again, and then back through one. So you're gonna see here, you go two over, push it through, pull it through, and then you go back up, just using one of them. Try to be gentle if you're using this material to do this, because it does kind of dissolves in your hands in a way. It's just very delicate. There you go. Now for the one on the inside, it's a bit tricky because you have to go and do what I'm about to show you. So see, you're gonna go through that first one to get it going on in the right direction, and then you go up just that one. So you don't go two and then one, you go one directly to change how it goes, and now it's when you're gonna go two and then one, then two, one, just like we did on the other side. It's very simple once you get it. So, and if you need to just go back in the video and do it again, feel free. I had to do, you know, tell my friend to do this again and again for me. So, and there you have it, sort of like a little bunched up braid. Now I'm gonna do another one just for the fuller look, and you don't need to see this, so I'm going to speed these up. Before I do that, I am going to show you how to secure it in the back. You just need to kind of roll it a little bit and stick it under one of the little threads from one of your spokes, the closest one to the end of your material, and they're pretty secure like that. But again, if you want to add tape, you can do it every time, or you can just do it sometimes. I'm gonna leave it like this because it's pretty good in there. So let me just skip over. So here's how it's looking so far, and now we're gonna use our little braided twine. I just go around it and stick it underneath one of my threads again to secure it, and I go over and under and over and under. This is my most like method, I guess, and here I'm gonna show you how I do two over, then one under, then two over, then one under, instead of just keeping one. So two over, one under, and that's pretty much what I do here. Let's speed it up, and here's the end. Just tucking it under so it's secure. Pretty cool so far, eh? Now I got the same material but in black, and this one came black, white, and grays. So now I want to do this same method as I did with the white one on this one side. Again, I don't want to bore you showing you the same thing, so I'm just gonna skip over to the part where I'm done, and I'll be right back. So this is what it's looking so far, and now I got some more black thread, and this one is the one that I did in the middle of my project. So I decided I needed more black on this side to just kind of balance it out. So here I'm using again, sticking it under one of the threads and taking it out the other side. There you go. Under and under again, and then we're just gonna go same old, under and over, until I have a good chunk of this black thread around my white one, so that I balance the blacks in this little circle weaving project. And I'm going to skip over to where I'm done with this so you can see it. Now here's where it got a little messy, because I wanted to use this burlap so bad, and I probably could have done without it, but I really felt that it looked raw and natural and handmade if I used it, and I really loved it. So, but the thing is that this shredded some little pieces of burlap and it went into my black material, and it was hard to get them out. Okay, I'm using the same thing here, over and under, and I wanted to get this sort of like bumpy 3D looking, but I didn't end up liking that, so I just flattened the whole thing out, and it looked better to my eye. Maybe you like it this way better, but let me know. Maybe if you like this better, let me know, because I still want to play with this burlap. But see, here I'm just leaving it flat. I feel that the black shows better like this, and I like that. But anyways, it got kind of messy because all these little hairs that shredded from the burlap got into my black, and I did clean it a little bit, but then I'm hanging this in the outside wall of my apartment in the little balcony we have, and it keeps shredding. So hint there for you. Maybe apply some glue to the piece before you do this, to prevent it from all the fraying around. But I don't mind that much, honestly. It will look neater, yes, but it wouldn't look handmade. Anyhow, when I was happy with it, I just tried to finish it up neatly. Small tip here for you. I went over with a little piece of washi tape and picked up most of the leftover material from my wool from the black one. So you're gonna see me here come with that tape. I'm not trying to tape anything. I'm just getting the little pieces to stick to it, but it was making my material kind of weird and like hairy. So try picking it out by hand instead of doing this. Learn from me, guys, learn from me. So if you like my project and my tutorial, subscribe, give it a like. It really helps my channel. And feel free to follow me on Instagram and tag me to show me your project at Marci. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. I read them all and I try to answer. Mostly I answer them all. Or you can shoot me an email. I'll leave my information down below. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching.